Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. It's Thursday morning and I am going to be doing a slow cooker meal today. And this is actually going to be for Glenn. He is going to have cabbage soup, except instead of just stewed tomatoes, he's going to be using hot rotel tomatoes. So what we're going to use for this is the chuck pot roast that Tracy sent us in the Walmart friend mail. She also sent a bag of carrots, so we're going to use that. Onion, Lipton soup mix, a cabbage, and that can of hot tomatoes. So just let me look at the recipe, make sure I got everything, and that looks like it's it. So, oh yeah, we're gonna add half a cup of rice into this. So. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this chuck pot roast cut up so I can get that going, and then cut up the rest of the veggies. So that's what we're making today. And since this is for Glenn, I know I have some of that fajita chicken left somewhere in the freezer, so I'm going to look for that, and I'm going to make myself some chicken fajitas tonight. So, alright, but otherwise I got to get going so we can get this going. Alright everyone, so I have this soup going, and it's been going for about an hour and a half now, and I'll show you what it looks like. And I actually just I should have just did the video before, but right before I opened it up, I added some stuff to it, and Glenn actually could smell it from the room, and he said it smells really good. So this is a cabbage soup. And I also made a pot of rice and added some white rice into that. So now what we have in here is the pot roast that I cut up, carrots, cabbage, onion. We have the Lipton soup mix, 2 cans of tomato soup, a can of hot rotel noodles, or not noodles, tomatoes. And I actually just added this can of V8 spicy hot juice. So he's going to have some spicy soup here. Yeah, so yeah, definitely it looks good. So I took those baby carrots that were sent to us and I just cut them up in little circles like that. So yeah, I've got this on high, so we're going to go ahead and let it cook. And yeah, so I guess we'll see what it tastes like in a little while. Well, not me, but Glenn. Alright, so stay tuned for that. Alright everyone, so here is the cabbage soup for Glenn. It got a little thicker because we put more rice in it. At first we put like a half a cup of rice, and then we put the rest of the rice in there. Glenn wanted more rice, so it kind of thickened up the juice. But he said it's good. It was a little spicy at first, but I think once we added more rice and stuff, it kind of killed the spice a little bit. So, but I think now it just creeps up on him. So this is a spicy cabbage soup. Alright, so that is what Glenn's having tonight. Alright everyone, so earlier I made the cabbage soup for Glenn. And now I'm going to make my chicken fajitas. I'm going to saute my peppers. They're still a little semi-frozen, but well, that splattered right away. I expected that because the peppers were saturated in water from thawing out, and put them in oil. But so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and saute these, and then I'll throw my chicken in. This is going to be a 1 skillet meal, because once I got all this warmed up, I'm going to go ahead and warm up my tortillas in here as well. I've done that plenty of times in the past, and so yeah, it works out well. I don't have to dirty more than this. And this is super easy to clean too. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and saute these and I'll be back. Alright everyone, so I've got the chicken all warmed up in there. It's just that frozen stuff. It's already cooked. It just needs to be warmed. Everything's a little dark because I covered the bell peppers and walked away, and they burned pretty quickly. So it was black all on the bottom. So I just dumped a little water on there and got a spatula and started scraping it off. So that way it's not so hard to clean. So if you ever get something stuck at the bottom of your skillet, just throw a little bit of water on there, warm it up, and then just scrape it with the spatula. It'll come right off. So yeah, that's why everything's a little dark. But just gonna warm up my tortillas. I've got some avocado, and normally I don't put cheese in my fajitas, so it's just gonna be this in my tortilla and some avocado. We'll see if I have any left over for tomorrow. But I did take out that enchilada chicken from the freezer, so I can eat some of that tomorrow as well. It's warm enough. So there it is, one skillet meal. Warm up your tortillas in there. That's a piece of tortilla, so. Looks like I'll leave myself enough for 1 or 2 tacos tomorrow, whether it be for lunch or supper. Alright, there it is. 1 skillet chicken fajitas. And that's what we're having for supper on this Thursday night. Hey everyone, so it is Friday night and I am taking the tree out. So yeah, I got the tree, all the ornaments and lights off, so I am dragging it out, and I wanted to show you how I'm taking it out. Made it much easier for me this year than it did last year, so let's take a look. Alright everyone, so as you see, I have the tree all wrapped up in a tarp, and that's to prevent all the dead needles from getting to falling on the floor as I'm dragging it out. Now where the tree was over there, I have to vacuum those, but if I didn't have this tarp, it would leave a trail of needles going outside, so I didn't want all that. So we ordered this $5 tarp from Walmart, and it's like a 6x8. So after I took all the lights out, I picked up the tree with the tree stand, and I set it on top of the tarp at the end. And then I loosened up the tree and popped it out of the stand, took the stand outside, emptied it with the water. And then I just pushed the tree over to lay on this tarp. So this is the long way of 8 feet. And yeah, so that's going to make it easier for me to take it out. And what I did with all the eyelets, you can see I just took some of my crafting jute string and tied all the way across. I cradled up the butt end so the tree doesn't slide out. and I cradled all the sides together to keep it in there. And of course, Patches is playing with my string here. But this is the top of the tree, and I got it all tied up here. And I left one piece. I ran it through the eyelets, and it's coming out here, and it's long enough. It's long enough for Patches to play with it, but I'm going to use that to drag it out. So that is how I'm dragging out our Christmas tree. Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. It is Sunday morning. It's just after 11, so I'm making brunch. I'm making some breakfast tacos. So I am going to use some hash brown patties. I'm just going to fry them up, cut them in pieces, and then I'm going to use also the last little pack of bacon we have. I'll be frying that up, and chorizo and eggs. So we're just going to have some breakfast tacos, and I'll have to mark this stuff off the freezer list so I know we no longer have it. Alright, so I just wanted to get the hash brown patties cooked up a little bit before I fry up the bacon. That way when the bacon's done, I'm just going to add everything into it. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and take these out. And throw my bacon in. Alright everyone, so I got the chorizo going. I got the bacon in the corner here, because once the chorizo's done, I'm just going to mix it all in. The chorizo's just going to break down into little tiny tidbits. I don't know how many of you actually have eaten chorizo, or if you grew up on it, but I grew up eating chorizo with pretty much every single meal we had. It was always mixed in with eggs, and we had it with a side of papitas, which are little potatoes. And it's usually on a tortilla, and we also usually had some refried beans. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and throw the eggs in. This is oh, that just popped at me. Basically how the chorizo breaks down into little meats. I've got 7 eggs in there. I already cut up the hash browns, so I'm going to throw that in there. And we're just going to mix it all together. Alright, I'm going to start warming up some corn tortillas for Glenn. He likes corn tortillas. And putting these tacos together. They're just basically soft tacos, so that's all it is. I'm going to turn down the heat so it doesn't burn. And I'm going to move this to the side. Alright, so we got Glenn's tacos here, or tortillas. And he's probably going to use his Cholula hot sauce. Alright, and there it is. Just some breakfast tacos.